Hey, True Badger Token, welcome to the update call for nSights. We're so excited that you're here. Doug, we have been heads down all morning. How's it going?
That's a fact. I mean, it's been deep quick, right? Wow, what a day. Mondays are Mondays. I guess everybody has a Monday. Ours are no different. It is what it is. So just a quick update today, guys. The things that we're working on right now, and so you can tell we're kind of honing in because of the things now that we're beginning to focus on. One of the things that we're focusing on is the reflection, trying to make sure that the reflection amount that we're calculating is correct. And I think there's some challenges there for sure. And a couple of those challenges, are kind of unique to us in that we have a pre-launch and we have some investors that are pre-launch and then a pre-launch and then a launch, right? We go through almost a 3-day cycle when we go through Catapult, when we launch tokens. Some of those tokens, though, show up as a admin transfer, which doesn't really show up as a buy in BSC scan, right? So all of a sudden these tokens show up in your back office or in BSC scan underneath your contract, and nSights doesn't know where they came from. They don't know exactly, we don't know exactly how or what they are. And we'll be able to define that for us because we're in control of what happens with Catapult. But my guess is that this will be similar to other markets or other coins that you may get involved in that are outside of our ecosystem and maybe somebody else's ecosystem, but you still want to trade it. So the logic behind tracking those things does become a challenge, and getting the reflection correct. And I think it's important because, like in one of my accounts, it shows a tremendous amount of reflection. I like that because it looks very cool, but the number of tokens is correct. And the value probably that I have based on those number of tokens may or may not be correct. That's something that I really got to check, but I'm assuming at this point that it's correct. But it's showing under the category of reflection, and it shouldn't be showing all of that under the category reflection, even though, again, profit and value is probably accurate. The fact that it shows up incorrectly in the wrong category is what we got to work on. So I'm working on, Deb has a number of accounts. I'm looking at my account and I'm trying to see what the differences are so that I can kind of give them the logic of what we got to do to track that and make sure that we have that right. And I think that's important because if you're wanting to potentially just sell off reflection, and that becomes another really interesting issue for you and for us. That let's say you have, a billion, excuse me. Let's say you have a billion tokens in reflection. What's the cost basis for those billion tokens, right? There is none because you were given those tokens. So the profit of those tokens is 100%. And so when you're tracking those in terms of taxes and you're tracking those in terms of true profitability of the account, how do we want to do that? Do we want to claim that 100% profit, or do we want to take those tokens and then combine them with other trades? So I got a billion tokens that are pure profit, and then I have a trillion tokens that may have a cost basis. I add those together to come up with a true profitability on a trade. So there's a number of things that we're working out there in terms of trying to understand how to accurately handle reflection and accurately tell you, what you can do in terms of closing those out. If you closed out just reflection, right, the amount of reflection, then you're running pure profit. So anyways, I'm concerned about that. We're working on that. There are some issues there, but the point being is that we're really getting down to those finer issues, those finer points that are very important. Brendan, we did some trading on Saturday in the market maker account. I think I did somewhere around 6 trillion to 9 trillion tokens that I bought in NSI. It was about $62,000 worth. And I'm going to share my screen. And I do think this is incorrect. This is what we're working on right now. But I'll show you this and see if you guys can see this easy enough. It might be hard for you to see, but the number here is 70211. Is that visible, Deb?
Yes, it is. And just to confirm, that's your break-even point, right?
That is my break-even point.
Mm-hmm.
Before the purchase on Saturday, it was 7 zeros, either 256 or 265. So it was 20%, 21% above where it is now. So by doing that purchase on Saturday, I dropped the break-even point down about 21%. In fact, let's do that. Well, let's do it here. I got to, unfortunately. Well, we'll do it at another time. Well, hang on. Let's just do it. PooCoin. I'll do it on PooCoin because they've got their trading view charts working. Ours are getting close. So
and how fun is it to see some break even on, I mean, we are in the DeFi space, guys, right? And you're making these purchases all the time. And most of the time we have no idea. We just have all these tokens. They are at this value and you can't see what coins where you are with the token purchases. This is, I cannot wait till we can roll this out and people can start using it, Doug. It's just brilliant. So brilliant.
Yeah, because they have no idea, right?
There's no way. You have to be a master reading BSE scan, and even then they keep changing their labels and that keeps changing as well. So it is
that is so true, Deb.
It is not an easy place to figure out if you're in profit and how much in profit and which trades are in profit. And nSights is going to let you sell the trades that you want to sell, right? So not just selling tokens, but actually looking at the purchases and saying, oh, this purchase right here, I'd like to sell these particular tokens for profit. Crazy good.
And this is the exciting part about understanding the break even and what we've done, right? Deb is really speaking to it. And I don't think this number is right yet. And I'll tell you why. Brendan and I are going to probably get into it later today or tomorrow. But right now, the way that it looks, and I can't remember if it was 265 or 256. I'm just going with 265. Okay, because it's somewhere around there. From the top here down, right? That's a 20% reduction on the break-even point. But let's turn it around. Let's go. Time I get back, if this is my new break-even, the purple line, which it is 21.1 or 21.0, right around that number. Time I get back to where my old break-even line was, right? I am now 25% in profit for all my trades. Okay, so just by doing the purchase this weekend and dropping my break-even point, I now, instead of being at even when I get to this line, now I know that as soon as I get above this line, if I closed out all my trades that I took after the big up run and I closed everything out, I could recoup everything and be in profit. And time we get back to the all-time high, right? Now let's look at this. Time we get back to the all-time high, which we will, I believe, I will have made 80% on all my trades that are in NSI versus where I would have been before, right? All my trades would have been, oh, come on, get on that line. There we go, close enough. 44. So I doubled my profit in terms of percentage. I went from 44 to 80% plus a little bit in profit by dropping that. And I know that based on, I know where my break-even point is. So now let me talk about the break-even point. Stop sharing here. I think my break-even point is better than the 21. I don't believe that we're currently using the weighted cost average correctly. I think they're just doing what's called cost average and not weighted cost average. Brendan and I will prove that this afternoon or tomorrow and then give them the correct formula. But I think my break-even point is actually below where it is right now based on what they're saying. So I got to prove that weighted cost average is the correct way to do it. And it's a much more difficult formula, especially when you start getting a bunch of trades in there. But once we get that right and the programming team has that correct, then we'll really be able to trust our break-even point. Right now, it's too high, I believe. I'd be in more profit than I think I'm in, but I still want to know my exact, or as close as I can get it to my exact profit. So we're working on that today and tomorrow. We have the other stuff still in the back end. Trading View, I'm hoping will be done in the next day or two. The specific lead programmer for Trading View was, like I said, was working on it last week. He was supposed to come in on his Saturday and finish it up. It was supposed to be a small deal. A boss was sick. Now this guy's sick. So I hope it's not going around his office, but right now, this is the first time this guy has ever been out on a sick leave. And so he is out sick. So such is our luck, Deb. That's
right.
That's the way it goes. But anyways, that's why I say it's a Monday, right? Everybody has a Monday. I'm having a good one today. I'm having a great Monday. So anyways, I'm excited about the cost average.
Yeah, awesome. Could you take 30 seconds and explain your weighted cost average against regular cost average? Just make sure people understand what you mean. I had that question in the chat.
Yeah, so lots of times they'll when they're doing cost averages, they'll just take the price and add them all together and there's a formula divided out to get a break-even point. But with weighted cost average, if you look at my trades on Saturday, some of the trades I was trading 5,000 USD, one trade I was trading, I think 15,000 USD. And one trade, I think I traded 25,000 USD, right? And some of those deeper trades, you got to take the total number of tokens I received at that price, and then use that block as a weighted or as a group, right? And it's based on the total number of tokens that I receive at those prices, and so in some cases they just general cost average, they'll just take the groups and just kind of average everything together, but not put the correct emphasis, I guess is the right way to say it, on the right amount of tokens at the lower value. So the deeper it goes, the more weight to the downside there is. So it's weighted cost average to that deep side, which will lower that break-even point. Maybe next time I'll actually bring up the two formulas and try to explain them to you guys a little better. But it does shift the break-even point correctly. If you just do just basic divide, it doesn't. And I think that's what most people do. So.
Excellent. All right. Well, it looks like that's all of the questions we have for this AMA. So we are plugging away, you guys.
Yeah. Let me look at one thing here real quick.
Sure, sure.
See if I can bring this up.
We do have, and I think we mentioned it on Friday. Oh, Monday. We were going to talk about something else today too, Doug, but I don't think we're ready because we didn't talk about it on our meeting. Why I just said that out loud, I don't know. That's what I do. While you're looking at that, we do have a question out on YouTube. Would we be able to track tokens on Ethereum network or BSC only for nSights?
We'll do all of them eventually, guys. But right now it's just BSC scan.
Yeah.
So
Great
yeah,
question. Thank you for that.
Yeah, but yes, we'll be going cross chain ultimately, but let's get one chain working.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we do have nSights now separated from Digibot. We're going through that testing right now, which is great. The email confirmations, we're cleaning those up. So got some work done there.
So the weighted cost average, guys, and this is what I was trying to get to is called it's the weighted average price. So they say it's the volume. So that's what I was talking about, that volume at a certain price, and it's VWAP, and it actually shifts. It actually records it, I believe, the accurate way. The other way is just taking amount of inventory or amount of purchases or amount of something over a period of time, lumping them all together and just getting an average price. This actually puts weight to a volume amount. So if I purchased a trillion at a lower price than I purchased a billion, the weighted price would be different, right? It would really calculate that correctly because most of my purchase was at a deeper level. So, and that's weighted cost average. Okay, enough of that.
Okay. Just a reminder, we will not be coming on live tonight on our regularly scheduled Monday night AMA. We usually do a 15 or 20 minute. We're not doing those because we're doing the morning updates right now until we launch. And then we'll go back to the Monday evening calls.
Yeah. All right. I think that is it. We will be on tonight just for a training in general, but and guys, we'll keep hammering away. We'll see you tomorrow on the AMA.
Fantastic. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Deb.